All right, so I think that people severely underestimate just how obsessed that you need to become with a platform to really understand how to take advantage of it and find opportunities that nobody else will. So back in like 2017, I was hosting these local startup events and I was using Eventbrite as my platform for ticketing. And very early on, I noticed that Eventbrite had a lot going on. They were introducing all these new apps and features to help event hosts host better events, but also make more ticket sales. After hosting a couple events, I noticed that my events were ranking on Google and then also within the Eventbrite system. And I was getting a lot of organic traffic, which was leading to ticket sales. And that's when I was like, oh shit, I got to look into this more and see what else this platform can do. So I went deep. I'll spare you the details, but I went fucking deep. And I ended up finding only two things that really had a major impact on my events. One was this thing called Gold Star, and it was basically like Groupon for events, and it would just help you sell more tickets to your event at a discounted rate. That was great because I got more event attendees, and if you host events, you know that if you have a packed house, it's like way sicker than having like two people there. Number two, I noticed that you could create like unlimited events if you wanted to. So instead of having one event, I ended up duplicating my one event and having 10 events. And because I had 10 events that were all the same event, I got more organic traffic and ultimately more ticket sales. And because of this and a couple other things, I was able to get over 100 people to my events, and sometimes I would host 2 to 3 events in a month. But because I got obsessed with the Eventbrite platform, it didn't stop there. I noticed that they also had an online event section, and when I launched online events, I didn't get any organic traffic. So I thought to myself, well, if I could create local events and in the description explain how it's not a local event, how it's an online event, and you can register for my webinar at this link, I wonder if I would get some traffic. So I launched these local but online events in 5 cities across America. And what do you know? I got a ton of webinar attendees to that event. So I called up my developer friend and I was like, dude, could you create a program that automatically creates like 500 events across the top 500 most populated cities in America? He was like, yeah, I could do that. He launches the events, and about a month later, when I host the online event, I had thousands of webinar attendees completely for free, all based on Eventbrite's organic traffic. Now, of course, this raised some red flags and Eventbrite found out about it and shut down my account. But here's something interesting. The only other person that I saw doing this was Neil Patel. So shout out to Neil Patel for hacking the system. But to this day, I've never met anyone who's ever done this or talked about this. And in fact, I was even interviewed by a very successful entrepreneur who was just blown away by this strategy and the stats behind it and everything. And he was like, I have to interview you and show this to my audience. But the point is, it doesn't matter if you're using Instagram or Meta ads or Amazon or Eventbrite. If you become obsessed with the main platform that you are using, you will uncover new opportunities that other people won't find, and that could be your competitive advantage. Like and follow for more content like this.